Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to this special edition of the Animal Lovers Cafe. We're celebrating Halloween. Can you tell? Oh gosh, we're just kind of doing our best to have a good time, but so happy that you're here with us. Luna's here. Who knows what she's up to. All of the kitties have been really having fun, and all of the animals here at the cafe, they've been kind of adding to what's going on. So, do you celebrate Halloween with your animals? Write yes or no in the comments. I'd love to hear, if you do. If you don't, that's great. No right or wrong. But, let's get this conversation going. Do you celebrate Halloween or some of the other holidays that are right around Halloween? And if you do you celebrate with your animals? Because we're getting ready for Halloween, obviously, right here in the cafe. So maybe tricks or treats? What's your favorite? Spooky guest? Oh yeah, they're going to show up. So you better stick around. You already got my little spider friend. And little bat guy. They're all ready to have fun with you or scare you, or what do you want? Do you like the scary part? The tricks, the treats? What do you like? Yeah. So coming up though, also, so you just really have to stick around because this is the most important part. Aside from the fun is I'm going to be sharing some tips to keep your animal companion safe. So some things that you can do right now beforehand, and also just to get ready, for the little trick-or-treaters and the goblins, and what you can do if your animals are stressed or scared. I'm going to also share with you something called Rescue Remedy and how you can use it with your animal companions and yourself, because this can be very stressful for animals. It can be a stressful time for you too. Yeah, Cheryl. I like it all. Bring it on. Yeah, baby, you're my type. My husband hates Halloween. Oh, sorry. Got to check something really quick. But to each his own, right? Some people love it. Some people hate it. I say, just like you, Cheryl, bring it on. I'm sorry, just a little too much stuff. It's like, okay. I'm just little Luna is being so funny. Let me see if oh no, she's out of she's right over here, and got a little friends here to help us out. So I don't know what's going to be happening, but we have all kinds of friends. And the bats, they just said hello. Do you like bats? Maybe they scare you. Maybe they don't. Because they serve a really great purpose, but especially for Halloween. It's really nice that they stop by. So we have all kinds of friends that are here. The animals are taking over today. Oh my gosh. They're back in the kitchen cooking up some special treats. So do you fix anything special for Halloween? I have a friend, and she fixes fingers and eyeballs. No, really, she does. I don't know how she makes them. It's really fun. So is there anything special that you fix to eat for humans? And then if you do things special for humans, how about for your animal friends? Do you fix anything special, like some special treats for them? Share with us. And, oh, you like those bats, huh, Cheryl? Oh, they went away. They're not coming back. The little tricky stinkers. We'll have to bring them back soon. There they are. Just for you, Cheryl. More bats. And we have some other friends that are going to be, they're going to be coming soon. So think about, spicy food. Yeah. Yeah, Cheryl, spicy food. That's really good for your kid, for your animals, though. They all have different tastes, right? But we have to be careful. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Yeah. And, before I get going, so here's one spider. And, of course, there's a bat right there. But we can't forget Spidey. Hi, Spidey. Spidey's kind of like the cafe mascot. She drops in. She drops in from time to time. She's here all year round watching over the cafe. And this is like a really special time of year for her as well. So she's also overseeing, oh, no chicken. No chicken for baby. No? No chicken? Why? That'd be interesting. So why no chicken? Because my kitties get raw chicken. Yeah. No, they like turkey. Whoops. Anyhow, that's what they get. Oh my gosh. So much fun. So the animals are back in the kitchen fixing up really special treats for us, for we humans, and things to drink. Oh boy, you're not going to believe what they're fixing up. And they're also fixing up the most delicious, scary, not dangerous though, scary happy food for them. So part of the reason that we're here today to celebrate, to meet some of the fun because it's Halloween. Woo! And you have to have fun on Halloween, I think. So Halloween can be a challenging time for, no sound. No, do you have sound now? Hello, hello, hello. It's sound. I hope you can hear me. Well, let me know if you can't hear me or you can hear me. I hope you can hear me, because I'm just going to keep going anyhow, because it says everything's good here. But you never know. See? Trick or treats. Trick or treats, little stinkers. The spooks, the ghosts, the goblins. Yep. Who's coming here? See, there's little pranksters. So Halloween, let's get right to the safety tips. But, oh, good. The sound is back. Oh, hi. Hi, Holly. Welcome. Okay, let me just get back here. I'm so glad you're here. It's so good to see you. I think the ghosts played. Yes, they did. I always have pranksters no matter what, but I'll tell you what. The pranksters. There's always somebody pranking me and all of us. But especially now, this is that time of year, right? Okay, so getting back to Halloween and keeping our animals safe. Because there's a lot of things we don't think about when it comes to Halloween and keeping our animals safe. So I really like this one, but it's kind of interesting. So no sweets for your sweetie. So keep your animal companions away from the candy, especially chocolate. And I kind of did a little research about that. So why? What's going on with that? So back in the day when I was little, everything was made with natural ingredients, and even like sweets that were bought at the store, they didn't have the preservatives and the chemicals that they have now. So it's really more the chemicals that we have to be careful of. We should be careful ourselves too, but especially for our animals, because some of these things can cause kidney failure and all kinds of things. So, and I think raisins might be dangerous also for dogs, maybe cats. I'm not sure about that, but I hear a lot of people talking about the dangers of raisins. And I'm like, what? When did that happen? So just be aware, and you can do your research if you really want to find out more of the things that are dangerous or challenging, but also the candy. So I was like, well, what do we have to be careful of candy? So when the kids bring home candy or you have candy, a lot of things are in little crinkly wrappers, right? So when my kitties hear a crinkle, they think it's treat time and they come running. So if they are triggered by that, your animals, dogs, cats, by anything like a shaking of something. They might just like, oh, this is a treat for me. And it's not a treat for them. So just be aware of, those kinds of things. And I really like this one too. It's something we don't think about. But avoid placing bowls of candy on the ground or bowls of things that they might be dangerous for your dogs or cats, because they get curious. They have an excellent sense of smell, better than ours, their sense of hearing, their sense of taste, and they're going to be, just really drawn to those kinds of things. So just be aware and just check out your surroundings and be aware of your animals, because it's really easy not to. So keep your pumpkin away from the pumpkin. Well, I think that depends, because pumpkin, like the real pumpkin without things being done to it, is really healthy for your animal companions. It's really good for, especially, even canned pumpkin. It's really good for digestion, for diarrhea, for constipation. Pumpkin is really good. But at this time of the year, there are safety hazards to be careful of. So a lot of people, if you use flames, like a candle, a real candle, not the fake ones like I use, just be aware that, kitties, dogs, they put their noses like, what is this? And then the whiskers get singed or worse. Of course, we know that, a flame is a fire hazardous, and human costumes, we'll get to costumes for animals in a little bit, but just be aware of your surroundings and what you're doing. And it might be good if you have to have a lit pumpkin, do it outside. But then we've got the dry leaves, at least in my neck of the woods and right here around the cafe. So you just want to be aware and be safe. Now, I know I love the electric candles, the little battery operated ones, but they're not as bright as the real thing. Nothing's better than the real thing, but you have to be careful. Yeah. So also, costumes are very optional. So a lot of you love to dress your animals up in costumes. That's fantastic if they like it. But a lot of animals don't like it. So notice the little guy over here. Look at his face. Does he look happy? That would be no. So really just tap into and connect with your animal companion. And if they're giving you a yes, then have fun. If they're giving you a no, please don't force them. And I'm not going to go off on a little tangent or a pet peeve, but don't force them, because it's so stressful for them. And also, if you do have a costume for them and they're really happy and you're happy, they're happy, but especially they're happy, make sure they can breathe, make sure they can see. That's really, really important. Don't block their air passages or their vision, and also, their hearing, because there's a lot going on that usually doesn't happen if you're going out for Halloween or if people are coming and going to you. Oh, yeah, Cheryl. I did that with one Christmas, one of my kitties, Sammy, when he was still alive. I put a little halo headband. Oh, he got so upset. He was shaking his head. I took a video. I was like, oh, isn't this funny? It wasn't. He was just like so upset. He just couldn't get it off soon enough. And I never did that again. So remember, that's kind of more for us and not for them, except I do know animals that love to be dressed up. I know I have a friend who had their kitty couldn't stand not having a ribbon tied around. So mom would always get a seasonal, had different color ribbons, and the kitty was so happy and so proud. So your animals, listen to them, pay attention to them. If they're not happy with a costume, there's alternatives, especially if it's a dog or a cat that'll go on a leash. You could have a Halloween or, collar or harness and then a leash. I'm sure they have all kinds of funny leashes now that are really festive. And so your animal's feeling happy and safe, and you're still able to do the fun stuff for we humans. So we have to just really pay attention and listen to the animal companions. I think this is really funny. Most of them prefer their birthday suits. We probably shouldn't trick or treat in our birthday suits. I guess costumes are optional. I don't know. Moving on. No trick or treater greeters. What do you mean by that? So it's not the trick or treaters, it's your animals. So most of us have dogs or cats that are inside. There's other animals too to consider that are inside. And just because they're, like, say your dog or your cat, they're really good when somebody comes to the door. They're great. They're safe. They love to go and greet them. Keep them very, very safe when you have the trick-or-treaters, because just it's really, really different. Like, I don't always have a hat on like this, with my, oh, where's that spider? I don't know where the spider is. Anyhow, and people have masks on or different costumes, and there's the kids, they're so excited, and the dogs or cats can get very excited too, or scared. They can get really upset. And this is a time where animals can get out, they can get lost. So we'll talk about that in a second. But just be aware of your animals at all times, right? This is a time, as I've talked about recently, it's so important to update those chips. Make sure if your animal is chipped, make sure that the information is correct. Oh, you can, Cheryl, feel free to wear your birthday suit. It's Halloween. Oh, the witches go dancing in the moon. And I don't know that they wear this. There's under the full moon, right? So, yep, birthday suits. But, back to the IDs, their identification tags. Make sure you've got, if you have a tag and a collar, make sure it's got the correct information on it right now. You might want to make sure they have the collar and tag on Halloween or for this whole weekend. The days leading up to Halloween, so that if the worst did happen and they got loose and they got lost, they could easily find their way back to you. Somebody could help them get back. So that's just really, really, really important. I've had a family member whose cat got out. It was an indoor-outdoor cat, but got out during the holiday when people were coming and going from the house. And the kitty ended up living in a feral colony. And it was just a miracle because the kitty was chipped and somebody actually picked up the kitty, took him to a vet. That's the only way that kitty cat got back to, them. So you just don't know. So just be prepared. It's really important. And then party poopers are okay. If you have an animal that stresses easily, or you stress easily too, but the best way to keep them safe and calm is to give them a space all to themselves with a door that closes maybe. And that's a real touchy because, some animals can't stand to have the door closed because they don't want to miss out on anything. So you're going to have to just do what's best for you, your animal companion, and your family. But just know that's an option, that some animals are much happier just being in their safe, cozy place, away from partying or the doorbell ringing and the little goblins coming and going. So just make sure they're calm, they're safe, they're happy. Then everybody's happy. Yeah. So those are some tips. And there's a whole lot more. So do you have any that you can think of that I left out that are important? Because it's really, really, really important. Crinkly bag. It's really important to know beforehand, before something happens, right? So be prepared, right? That's really important. Yeah. So I just want to also share with you what you can do if your animals get stressed or you get stressed. So before Halloween, I like to use Rescue Remedy for me and my animal companions. And if you don't know what Rescue Remedy is, I'll show you what it looks like in the store, and you can get this online too. Rescue Remedy comes for dogs. It comes for it comes for animals, and it comes for humans. This is human. This is for animals. See a little paw print. Now, and just in case you're not familiar with it, what's inside is, I hope you can see this okay. It's a little dropper bottle. It's a liquid, just to show you how this works. Whoops. Get my eyes. There we go. See, it's just a little dropper. And what you do, I like to use the human version, which is this, with my animal companions, but it does have alcohol in it just to be as a preservative. The animal version, there we go. The animal version, I tasted it. It's preserved in, it's very sweet, sugary, so, but no alcohol. If you like that sweetness, and my kitties hate anything sweet, so what you can do is take a few drops of this, 1, 2, 3 drops of this. I don't know if you can see it. And just put it in their water bowl, 1, 2, 3 drops, mix it up, and then they can drink it. You can put a few drops on your palms or fingers and rub your palms together and then pet them. You can put a drop or two on your fingers and and then just rub their ears. Okay, let me demonstrate. This little guy. So you can just rub, like put some on your fingers and then just rub their, I don't know if you can see this, if there's in the ear. Just take your finger like that. And then you can stroke their body. Not too much. A little goes a long way. You can put it in a little spray bottle of distilled water and then a couple of drops and shake it up and then just mist the air. Just mist the air. Don't spray it on them, but just mist the air. And so those are some ways to work with Rescue Remedy. If you're taking it yourself, just take a drop or two, stick it under your tongue. Just drop, you can put it in water to dilute it, like a couple of drops in a bottle of water, and drink it that way. So if you're giving it to them, give it to yourself. It'll help you calm down. It's just this really nice, keeping you calm. It's just really, really helpful, especially for an animal or a human that is feeling nervous or jittery. Yeah. Oh, thanks. So yeah, hey, Cheryl and Holly and anybody, if you're here, share any tips that you have. Like, have you ever used Rescue Remedy before? If so, write yes or no in the comments. If you haven't and you're curious about it, you can get it at health food stores or like the Whole Foods kinds of stores, Wegmans in their health food, in their health department. You can go online. Amazon has it. I'm not trying to promote anything in it. If you want to find it, I have links in the description below. So yeah, that's Rescue Remedy. So Halloweeny. Oh, so okay, Cheryl, you might enjoy this. So check it out. Cheryl says no, you haven't. So yeah, go check it out, or I'll be glad to share some more information. At another time. Yeah, Rescue Remedy is a really amazing thing. So, it's like I would get the original, which is Bach flowers. Let's see. Bach. It's been around for, and then Rescue Remedy is made up of, I forget now, 4 or 5 flower essences combined. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Holly, yeah. You love Rescue Remedy. You could put it in a drop with a treat. Yes. And that's a really good way too. Yeah, thanks for that tip. It's always so important to learn different ways. So yeah, you don't have to, a lot of people want to just put it right under the animal's gum or tongue. It's like, it's like too strong for them. So, and you can give it to also not just dogs, cats, but horses, whatever animals you have. It helps. And that spray mister is really nice. You can just, kind of get that energy. It's energy, right? But yeah, so this can be a stressful time along with being a really, really, really fun time. So for those of you that are...
Happy Halloween!
We're celebrating Halloween right here in the cafe. And I'm so happy that you're here celebrating with us. And the animals are celebrating with us. And we're talking about ways to celebrate with our animals, keeping them safe. Yeah. So, hey, do you guys like to be scared? Like, Do you like scary movies? Right, yes or no? Because I don't. Share with us, and they can bring the energy up or boo. So do you like to be scared? Do you like scary movies? Do you watch a lot of scary movies at Halloween? And do your animals watch with you? And are they affected by it? I don't like to be scared at all. My husband loves it, and he gets really mad at me because when we go to a dramatic movie, or mostly at home, I'll do this. It's like the scary stuff comes out. I can't really do it with this shirt, but I'll really, literally, at the movie theaters, I'm like under the chair, like I'm not. Cheryl, you're like me. No scary movies. It's like, so yeah, I have nightmares. It's like, I don't really like the scary stuff, but oh, Holly, only if it's a vampire or werewolf movie. Oh yeah, I love the old classics. You know, the classic, the vampire, the werewolf. I'm with you on that one. I forgot about them. Those are perfect to watch now, especially the older classic ones. The newer ones, I don't know. So, and have you ever watched the original werewolf or Dracula, the original, like Lon Chaney, the silent one, and then watch the next version and watch the next version and watch the modern day versions? It's like, wow, it's pretty. I like Young Frankenstein. But one of my favorites is, I don't know if you'd call this a Halloween movie, but the Rocky Horror Show. I never saw the musical. I came really close one Halloween, and I was in New York and didn't know how popular it was, how cool it was. So I've never had the experience. Oh no, what's that? Mothra. I have to look that up. Now I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious about that. But are you guys familiar with Rocky Horror Show? Damn it, Janet. Oh my gosh, I've only seen the movie, but I understand that going to the movie theater, I didn't see it in a movie theater, going to the movie theater or going to the live performance was just an event. I mean, just an event. And I think that would have been so exciting. Oh, Fright Night. Okay. I have to check that one out. I've probably seen it, but I forget. See, I blank out. Like if it's a scary movie, I just really blank out. I erase what it's like. Saw it, been there, done that, gone. I got to let that go. Oh my gosh. So oh my goodness. Time flies, doesn't it? So I was just going to share with you a few more things, but we're kind of getting low on time here. I just want to mention one thing. Back to safety tips. There's so many things to keep in mind. So, do you get Halloween things for your dogs, cats, like Halloween themed things? This isn't going to show up very well. This is a little kitty thingy. They love to play with this, but my guys only get to have this supervised, and then it goes away because I don't know if you can see this. Get my eyes. There we go. This little stuff, it's really dangerous, and it comes out really easily. So if they were to swallow that, that would be a really bad thing. So be aware of toys, not just the food, but be aware of the toys. And you might want to play with them, but only like in the case of this little thing, I only play with them totally supervised, and then it's put away where they can't get it. They try to get to it. They've learned how to open doors. I don't know about your guys, but those are another safety tip I forgot to mention is especially really, really important. Be aware of the oh, Cheryl, did you go to it? It experience the event? That would be so much fun. Yeah, and so before we leave, and not just the bats want to say hi, but Do you guys also know about the holiday that comes the day after Halloween? The Day of the Dead? I'm gonna be back on the Day of the Dead, which is November 1st. And we're going to celebrate that because I think that's an extra special holiday. It's not of my lineage or of my culture, but I was invited to a celebration one time, and it's so beautiful. And so I'm going to just, I think we're going to celebrate that here. We will celebrate that here in the cafe, where we're going to remember our animals that have gone before us, that are in spirit, and reconnect with them. Isn't that the most wonderful thing? It's very different from Halloween. So I'll just, so on November 1st, I'll be here. So just, if you like and subscribe and ring the bell, you'll get notified. You'll get notified. Hello. You'll get notified when, what time, when it's going to be live. So I hope you can join me then. So I just really thank you for joining us with all of our friends. I really hope you just have a safe time with your animals. Get in the mood. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, Cheryl. This is like my favorite holiday, even though it's not, I don't know how to celebrate it properly. So yeah, come back on November 1st, but have a wonderful, wonderful Halloween, no matter how you celebrate. Share with me. I'd love to hear how things go for your animals. If you do dress them up, take some pictures and share it, on the Animal Lovers Cafe. In the meantime,